Session one, what were your impressions? How'd the group look?
Thought the group looked good. There was good energy at training. It was another push day for us. Yesterday was a little bit of a day for us, our team, to recover. So we wanted to push them hard this morning, and they responded well. I thought there was some good quality of play also, and injury-wise, we're staying pretty good as well. So we're happy with all those things.
You have an experienced eye when it comes to evaluating not only players but group cohesion. Early days in camp, but how is this group coming together so far in 2016?
I think the group's coming together great. It's great when you see, like at the end of practice, you see Obafemi Martins and Kovar talking about, skills. How do I collect this ball? How do I turn here? You see a great combination between Jovan and Clint Dempsey for a goal, and their understanding, and immediately that recognition of, hey, I know I can get the ball to him, I'm going to look for him. So from the standing of the understanding of new guys and from learning from each other, I think that's been very, very good. And the cohesion's good as well. When you're going to be together 10 days in the desert, you got to learn how to get along with each other.
You mentioned some of the new guys, Jovan Jones, the Michael Farfans of the world. How are the new faces integrating with the old so far?
They're doing well. The guys are doing well. They're coming in, they're training, with good level, good intensity, and they're good soccer players. They're good technical players, and so that's helping the adjustment. And good players like playing with good players. So, I think from a standpoint of technique and quality of play, we've added some good pieces.
When you look at this preseason overall, a little bit of a shorter runway than what you're maybe used to dealing in non-Champions League years, how does that affect the Tucson camp specifically in terms of development? Is your expectation for the group accelerated, knowing that there's really, after this camp, just 1 week down to Mount San Antonio, and then you're back into it with Club America?
Yeah, it's definitely accelerated, and that's what we're happy with what we've seen so far. The guys did a good job of making sure they came in at a good fitness level, and I would say right now we're probably, compared to last year, we're probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 days ahead of where we were last year, fitness-wise, which is what we had hoped for. So now, we can adjust training this afternoon. It's a little bit different than maybe we had planned, and we can start working a little more functionally and tactically already, which we were hoping we could do, that our fitness level would allow us to get into the functional training sooner.
Fitness-wise, looks like a pretty clean bill of health overall. Are you happy with where that's at so far?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously there's a few guys who, like Craven, had off-season surgery, so he's struggling a little bit right now fitness-wise. There's a couple of guys dinged up, and Damian Lowe and Ashani Fairclough, so I know they're chomping at the bit to get back on the field. But, fitness-wise, we've done, or health-wise, we've been pretty good.
Last one from us, Coach. As you look at preseason and how it's developed over the years, certainly going back to the early days of the league, you're down here, this great facility, beautiful fields, a lot of different MLS teams, great accommodations. Just thoughts on how preseason's progressed in your time in MLS as a pro coach?
Oh, it's definitely gotten better. I remember one of my first preseasons when I was coaching the LA Galaxy, and we all had to come into Orlando, and they put us in different hotels, and it took us like 45 minutes or an hour to get to practice because we're trying to get through the Disney World traffic. And then there was the idea and the concept of everybody in the same place, which we did in Fort Lauderdale, and everybody was scrambling for fields. It was really tight, and I think what's really developed is almost like a little bit like baseball, where you've got your teams that are going to Florida and you got your teams that are coming here to Arizona. This facility has really come along nicely. It's better every year. The fields are better every year when we come to it, so that's a big plus for us as well. And so it's gotten into a routine where it's very comfortable.